You are now live, it says, and so I am. You're looking at a picture of Ranware Hill in Devizes. Devizes is about 93 miles away from London, and Ranware Hill was the scene in 1643 of the battle between the Roundheads and the Cavaliers. This photograph was taken on my walk yesterday towards Roud in Wiltshire. And I'm just about to go live on Amazon Live. So the photo will appear on Amazon Live too. Okay, so we're going live on Amazon Live. We're live today also on Facebook and YouTube and on the website and on Twitch. Okay, because I'm going out via Be Live and OneStream. Okay, so seconds to go. And here I am. Okay, and welcome to today's live broadcast out to Amazon Live, and also broadcasting live to Facebook and YouTube. If you want to join me on Amazon Live, there's a link up above in the text, which will take you direct to this broadcast on Amazon Live. The Amazon Live experience is totally different from the experience. That's the stream element spot on YouTube woken up. Hello, Amazon Live, and thank you for watching live. I'm just going to go over here and hopefully, yep, it's there and ready. And if I go over here, okay, I can X that and bring this into the screen. So we're going to be talking about lights, camera, action, including the other spot, which is highlighted down in the carousel now for $215 today. It is on discount. This camera is on discount, and the price today, $215, is a 20% discount because this camera is normally $269. And I'm going to tell you all about it in a moment. So I can take that off full screen. Okay, and come back to me and the camera and the card. You're watching Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen, broadcasting from Be Live, be.live. And we're going to be talking about the Nexigo camera, which you'll see in a second, the Logitech Brio, and the ObSpot 4K. So let's come back to me. If I take that off, I can now drop the card because you know who I am and where I am. I'm in Wiltshire in England. And if I go here, I shall join you on screen. Okay, so that photograph, if you just joined us, is of Wiltshire in England, of Ranware Hill. Took it on my walk yesterday morning. I was wearing my Fitbit. I had my Samsung Galaxy S22 with me, and I had my earbuds, which I've just been charging, all of which we'll be talking about in this broadcast today. So cameras, microphones, earbuds, you name it. Now, that's the earbuds, by the way, Aftershocks. This is a free service from Amazon Live. We're all independent broadcasters. We don't work for Amazon. We're here to give you honest reviews on the products in the carousel. Now, as far as the products in the carousel are concerned, the ObSpot Tiny 4K camera is the one that's highlighted at the moment, and we'll be talking about it. I'll be demonstrating it. I'll be showing you the software. I'll be showing you what it can actually do. And then we'll go on to the Nexigo camera, then the Brio, and we'll work our way through most of the items in the carousel. But I'm just glad that you're actually watching live with me today. And if you have any questions at all, then please do ask. If you type in the comments, then I will see them in my Be Live studio and I will show them on screen. So thank you for watching live. And let's get underway by switching over. If I go here. Okay, you're now watching the ObSpot 4K camera. This is the one that's down in the carousel, $215. It's 25% off. The ObSpot, well, I can show you an ObSpot. Let's start off by actually showing it to you. If I go to the desktop, this is the ObSpot, and you can see it's only very small. Okay, it's less than Well, it's about 3 inches in height. You've got the lens on top, you've got a twin axis gimbal, and then you've got the body. It's USB-C to USB-A, so it plugs straight into your PC or Mac and be recognized straight away. It has the ability to switch off. It has the ability to go on its twin axis. It can go up and down. It can go sideways, as we'll see in a minute. But the first thing about the OBSBot is that it's got 3 presets. In other words, there are 3 settings you can actually use, and I can switch between me and the desktop and the garden. Hopefully this will work. Go out into the garden. Just give me a second. I'm in the UK and it's October, and we had bright sunlight a few minutes ago, and I didn't get a chance to actually do a final adjustment on the curtains. So there you are. We're looking out the window. If I go to one side, not that way, okay, and I go up a bit, and I'm doing this whilst we're live, I can actually adjust it so that you can see. This is not going terribly well. Let's try again. So I'm going to adjust it again by going up and going that way. And I think that is about the best we're going to get at the moment. So I'm going to update that. Okay. If things go perfectly well in a live broadcast, then there's something wrong. So I'm going to update that. Okay. So I can go back to the desktop. I can go to the garden. As you can see, it's a sunny day here in Wiltshire in England, and you're watching not my garden, but my neighbour's gardens. And yeah, so that's the first thing. The OBSBot, which is down in the carousel at the moment, has 3 presets, and I can go from 1 to 2 to 3. Now, what I've done, before I get too carried away, just give me a moment. Welcome to this broadcast with Stephen, live from England, and you are most certainly watching. If I go there, lights, camera, action with Stephen, live from England. Okay, so I've done that bit, and I can now hopefully take those off screen. Yes, 1, and I don't know where the other one is. That one. Okay, so we've got those off screen, and I am on the OBSBot, and I'm solo on the OBSBot. That's good. Okay, so let's go down to the notes about the OBSBot. And hello, Corinda. I've seen your comments. Just give me a second, and I want to go down to the OBSBot 4K. We're talking about the OBSBot Tiny PTZ 4K camera, and we say hello to Corinda, who's in Staines in Middlesex. I've heard the news. Liz Truss has resigned. That's new text. I don't know about that, but is that a new theme? No, there isn't a new theme. Okay, so basically, I'm in the UK, and I can say that our Prime Minister Liz Truss. Let me go here. See if we can get this right. Our Prime Minister Liz Truss has resigned in the UK. She's only been in office 6 weeks, but we've had about 6 weeks, and you've probably felt it over in the USA. And she's now resigned, and we're looking for a new Prime Minister. And hopefully, not by the end of this broadcast, but they've been told that we're going to have a new Prime Minister within the week. Our third inside, yeah. We're in a state of flux. It has to be said in the UK. It will settle down. We're now to settle down. And I don't want to bore you with British politics, because we all have our own politics in our own country. But we're living, as they say, in interesting times. Okay, so we're talking about the OBSBot Tiny PTZ camera. It has AI-powered framing and autofocus. Now I'm going to demonstrate it. I'm going to show you the software. It is a 4K camera. Now 4K cameras are the future. At the moment, we can broadcast in 720, 1080 and 4K. in our browsers, we can go 720 and 1080. But if you use OBS vMix or XSplit Vcam, then you can broadcast in 4K. Just get OBS, add the camera to it, set your destination to YouTube, and you can go live on YouTube in 4K for free, because OBS is free, YouTube is free, and you can broadcast out to the world in 4K. People can watch you in 4K, and as important, they can actually watch the replay in 4K. So this is the future. At the moment, we need an improvement in our internet, but on an individual basis, you can do it now. You can actually get the camera now, plug it in, plugs directly into your PC or Mac, and you could broadcast live to YouTube. The camera itself has dual omnidirectional microphones. In other words, they can hear everything all around you. And it's got auto tracking with a 2-axis gimbal. And I'm going to demonstrate that in a minute. Don't go anywhere. Okay. It's got low light. Now, I have no lights on it all at the moment. If I go and switch my light on, then I will go brighter. But you could still see me even without the lights. So it's got low light correction. It has magical gesture control. If you go like that, the camera will zoom in. It's my background moving then. If you go like that, if you go like that, it will start moving. If you go like that, it will stop tracking you. If you go like that, it will zoom in. If you go like that, it will zoom out. So you've got 2 gestures you can actually use to control the camera. All you need to do is be in front of the camera. You don't need to be anywhere near your computer. You can control it with your hands. The dual microphone system has noise reduction, not noise cancellation. Noise cancellation cuts out all background noise. Noise reduction lowers the background noise. It's got 3 presets. Let's just check that they're still working. So you've got me, the desktop, and the garden. And you can see I was able to, I can actually zoom out and show you we're actually looking through the window. Now the camera itself has 4 times zoom. Yeah. So I can zoom in 4 times, which I've done with that shot. It's got AI tracking, which I'm going to demonstrate in a moment. Once I come back to me. Okay, so back to me. 3, 2, 1, going past everything in my office. It's got versatile mounting. Now, as I showed you a moment ago, I've got a comment from Corinda, which is going to be shown. I'm not sure whether AI stands for artificial intelligence, Corinda, which is basically the computer doing some thinking for itself. It's been programmed to do it. Okay. So we're on the desktop here, and you can see this is there. That is the old spot. That's what it looks like. I like them so much. I've got 2 of them. This is the second one, and lens at the top, 2-axis gimbal, and then the body at the bottom. And thank you, Corinda. Okay, so versatile mounting, you can mount it. This beautiful tripod is down in the carousel. I'll talk about it more later, but this is the Loom Cube. And the Loom Cube, I just love the design of it. If I move this microphone out of the way, this microphone, then you can actually see a second microphone, but you can also see the base of it. The Loom Cube extends from 12 inches to 30 inches, and you lock the legs in place, and it is down in the carousel if you're interested. Also, while we're here, we're going to be looking at this, which is a 7-way USB. We've got the Echo Dot, whose name I'll not mention. We have Aftershocks headphones. We've got the IPEVO stand, which is down in the carousel. We have the Aftershocks, which are there. Okay, so those are the Aftershocks headphones. And we have the X3 Pro earbuds from Treblo. So everything that's on this desktop we'll be talking about. But at the moment, we're talking about the Ultraspot Tiny. So let's come back to me. So we can do that by the magic. I'm just pressing 3 buttons, and I can go to 3 different presets. Set them up, and you can change them at any time, but essentially it means that you've got 3 views. Okay, so if you're on a Zoom call, you can go between you could go between desktop, you could go anywhere you like. Okay, just click of a button, and you can take people, transport people to a whole new world. Now, in addition to the presets, the thing that makes this special is this. Okay. The Logitech Brio, the Nexigo, which we're also looking at, yes, the screen is moving behind me, are static cameras. They sit either on a tripod or on top of your monitor, and then, but they can't do this, and I'll show you the difference. If I go back and I go here, then they, I don't know what the last couple of times this has not worked perfectly. Let me try again. Okay, so we're going to try again. Things are going wrong. Okay, I'm going to unlock. Right. Okay, this time, third time looking. Okay. No, it's refusing to play. I'm not going to give in. Okay, so if I stand up, see, you need three things in live video. Patience, because things are going to go wrong. Persistence, because you've got to keep trying until you get it right. And then the will to win. This is man versus machine, and you are going to win. The machine will not win, ever. Okay, so the beauty of the OBSBot is that it's got AI tracking software, which means that I can actually move around the room, and the OBSBot is actually going to follow me. And I think this is great because you can present sat down and you can present stood up. Behind me, you can see a stand with the photography backdrop on it and a green screen. I use both, although predominantly on Amazon Live, I just use the backdrop because I can't use a green screen with background removal software because it doesn't work. Only on Amazon Live, because I'm showing you products, and if I did a green screen background removal, you wouldn't see the product. Not good. But the whole thing about this is that you can actually stand up. Now, it's a great conference camera as well. It is 4K, can broadcast YouTube in 4K, but it's a great conference camera for Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. If you put the OBSBot Tiny on the conference table, the person controlling the software, just as in the way I've been controlling the software now, can actually go from speaker 1 to speaker 2, speaker 3, and back again. Yeah, you can move the camera to the speaker. The sound is covered by the microphone, which is on the OBSBot 4K, which is sitting on the conference table. So it is a great conference camera because you can quickly move, as we've seen, from one place to another. The thing I love about OBSBot, apart from the fact I can sit down and stand up, is that in addition to that, in addition to it following you, is the way the company operate. Now, I got my first OBSBot back in January, and I was so impressed by it, I got the 4K soon after that. So I've got the 1080p version and the 4K version. Both can do the same things. It's just that the 4K version has 4 times zoom and is 4K. And this is future-proof. This is the future. We are going to be broadcasting in 4K at some point on a consistent basis. Technically, there is no reason apart from we need the internet to be faster. Once we've got that, then we can broadcast in 4K. And now is the time to get ready, because basically what you need is you need to be aware of the different way of actually broadcasting on a 4K. 720, 1080, 4K. The higher the number, the more pixels, the clearer the picture, which means we have to be ready for it. So having a shave before you broadcast is going to be a good idea when we get to 4K, because it's warts and all, but it is a clearer picture, a better picture, and a more accurate representation of the way that we actually look. 720 is very kind, 4K less forgiving, but it is the future. Now's the time to find out about it. You can broadcast to YouTube as soon as you've got the camera, use OBS, and it's just exciting, as we'll see in a moment. If I go over here, just give me a moment. I'm going to go to the desktop. You can see you've got 3 different. I'm live. Just a minute. I'll reach over there. Yeah. You've got 3 different positions. Yeah, so I can go out to the garden. Okay, and this is a live feed from my neighbour's gardens. I can't quite get the angle to get my garden in, but we may see birds flying by. It's too late to catch any butterflies, but birds flying by is definitely an option. Now come back to me. The thing about, no, hang on, just a minute. Let's go back to the garden again. Okay. Whilst we're going back to the garden, I'm going to take my seat, and so we can come, let's just zoom in a bit more. Okay, and come back to me. Okay, so that's the OBSBot. And the thing that sets the OBSBot apart is this. I'm just going to give you a demonstration of why a PTZ camera is different from a static camera. If I take solo off and I hide the OBSBot for a moment, and I switch this camera on, and I switch this camera on. Okay, and I need to switch this title on as well. Just a minute, just a minute. Okay, so this is the OBSBot. Top left is the OBSBot, then next to that you've got the Nexigo, and next to that, down below, you've got Logitech Brio, and you've got the photograph I took yesterday on my walk. The difference between the OBSBot top left and the Nexigo and the Brio is this, the big difference. If this works, it'd be good. Bear with me. But the big difference, it's done it again. No, stay with me just a minute. Okay. It's actually changing itself. Right, this is the difference between the OBSBot and the Nexigo and the Logitech Brio. The Nexigo and the Logitech Brio are perched on top of my monitor, yeah, and they have a field of view of 90 degrees. But what they can't do is that they can't pan and tilt. So they have no awareness of me when I'm moving around. The OBSBot keeps my face in the picture. The Nexigo and the Logitech Brio do not have that capability. That's the difference. Okay, so let's sit back down and go to the garden again whilst I'm sorting myself out. Okay, so that is the difference between the cameras, in that the OBSBot knows exactly where you are. It's doing face recognition, and as you move about the room, it will move with you and follow you. It's got a fast action mode. I've seen people running around the gym using this, and the camera just follows as they zigzag around the gym, and it works beautifully. So if you're looking for 4K and you're looking for a camera that can do more, then the OBSBot is your choice. Okay, the next one down the carousel is the Logitech Brio. So let's go to the Logitech Brio. The way I'm doing this is because I've got 3 cameras and 1 microphone, and I'm actually broadcasting from, just a second, I'll show you the logo. Wherever you see this logo, I'm actually broadcasting from BeLive, and that means I can have multiple cameras on screen all working. These are all 4K cameras, and the technology, the NVIDIA technology behind be.live means I can have 3 4K cameras in my studio and switch between them seamlessly. And I saw this for the first time last week, and I thought, wow. In fact, that's what I said to the CEO, Daniel Meyer. Wow, the ability to have 3 host cameras on screen. Yeah, because on BeLive, we can have up to 8 different cameras, or 8 different feeds, which caters for most situations. And during the course of this broadcast, you're going to see me play video, you're going to see me show text on screen, just like I did when we're talking about. Just a minute, let's go up here. We're talking about the OBSBot Tiny PTZ camera and You're now looking at a Nexigo, and I'm going to take you over to the Brio. Okay, so this is the Logitech Brio. You're actually watching it now. It's down in the carousel. Now, the problem I've got, one of the problems I've got is I've got 3 cameras and 1 light on top of my monitor. And the trick is when you're live broadcasting, whether you're on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, is to actually look at the camera. Because if I look at the camera, it looks as though I'm looking straight at you. So I'm ignoring the other 2 cameras and I'm just looking straight at the Brio. Okay, so let's take a look at the Brio. In a couple of minutes' time, I'm going to show you the software that controls not only the Brio, Logitech Brio. Let's just take that off screen. I'm going to show you the software that controls not just Logitech Brio, but also the Logitech C920, 922, 925, 930, C270. In fact, most cameras apart from Logitech Mevo. If you want to know more about Logitech Mevo, my good friend Nick Wood actually broadcasts on Amazon Live, and he's got a Mevo. It's on my wish list. I've got 5 cameras at the moment, and you're going to see 4 of them today. The Brio is an Ultra 4K HD webcam. Now, this makes it ideal if you're actually recording video rather than broadcasting. This is one of the best cameras to do that with because it is 4K. It means that you can record. You can record instructional videos, you can record promotional videos in 4K, which means that you can then put them onto YouTube in 4K. You can go live on YouTube in 4K. As far as marketing is concerned, this is a great camera to actually produce content with. Yeah. Now, the colorways on a Brio are slightly oversaturated, which is why I look tanned today. But that aside, it has a noise cancelling microphone. And basically, if the dog barks, your dog barks whilst you're on a Zoom call, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, then the only person who'll hear it is you. Nobody else will hear it. That's what noise cancellation is all about. I'm using noise cancellation at the moment. I'm using a different system, though, because I'm swapping and swapping microphones. I actually use a different system. But I do have HD noise cancellation. So if there are any noises around me, you won't hear it. The Brio has HD light auto correction. And if I go over here, he said, and I switch off my light. Yeah, I'm using Logitech Litra Glow Light, which is down in the carousel. Just one light is actually lighting me. All the other lights in the office are actually turned off. And I'm using software to actually switch the light on and off. Okay, I'm not physically going and doing it. It's got a wide field of view. Now, if I take my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, the flagship phone from Samsung, I can show you what 90 degrees is. 90 degrees is that angle, and it can see in an arc around there. So it can go at 90 degrees, it can go at 78 degrees, it can go at 65. I'm about to give you a demonstration, but before I do, just to reiterate that the Brio is 4 times the resolution of a typical webcam. The light adjustment is Logitech Right Light, and 3 fields of view are 90 degrees, 78 and 65. Okay, now if you buy a camera and you plug it into your PC or Mac, it will work. But you're only using a very small percentage of the power of that camera or microphone if you don't download the software. You have to download the software to get the best out of it. I'll explain. I'm going to take this BeLive logo off for a moment, and I'm going to substitute my logo. Okay, so you know who you're watching now. You're watching Stephen live from England. I'll leave that on for a moment. If you've got any questions, please do ask. I'm here to help. This is a free resource from Amazon Live. I don't work for Amazon. There are over 2,000 of us live broadcasting on different topics on Amazon Live, and you can hop in and out. If you are enjoying somebody's broadcast, the best compliment that you can pay them is to actually follow them. Yeah, press the follow button. That's a win-win situation because we don't get your details, but you get to keep track of us, and you can go to your following tab, which is up above my head, and you can basically keep in touch with us. Talking of keeping in touch, my friend Corinda is saying, yeah, I heard the news, and Corinda has spoken again. Let's go down again. And he has a question. What camera can you put? No, basically what you've got, the OBSBot is a camera in its own right. You cannot. Right. Okay. Just thank you for the question, Corinda. Thank you, Amber. Yay! Go Amber. Thank you for following. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. You've helped make my day. And thank you for watching, and thank you for following. Question from Corinda. I have a question. OBSBot camera, can you put it in your Samsung Galaxy S22? Is there an app we can use? No. I wouldn't put a webcam anywhere near your mobile phone. You don't need to. I'll tell you for why. This mobile phone is far better than any webcam. Yeah, this is twice the power of a webcam. Yeah, taking photographs, brilliant. As I saw earlier, it is a webcam which can take photographs. Yeah, brilliant photographs. Yeah. Okay, I've got my legs locked. Just a minute. Click that button. And we're back, and I just want to go over to the Brio, which is the one we're talking about at the moment. You wouldn't use both at the same time, Corinda. They're separate individual things. The camera in here is far better than a webcam, but it's not desktop. And as you know, I love desktop broadcasting. During the week, I actually broadcast on desktop. I broadcast on Amazon Live 11 o'clock every day, and I use the webcams I'm talking about at the moment. I could use this, but I've got greater facilities in my studio than are available on a mobile phone. Thank you, Corinda. Next from Corinda, is the remote for OBS? No, the remote I have here, which I'll show you in a moment, okay, is for the Nexigo. But hang on. Right, okay, there is a remote. Sorry, yes, I'll take my word back. There is a remote for the OBS. You'll find it on Amazon Live on Amazon.com. If you type in OBS remote, then you'll get details on the remote. And next from Corinda, what does AI stand for? I think I did that one. That's artificial intelligence, where a computer has been shown how to carry out a certain routine, yeah, and it can, once it's been taught, it can do it automatically, repetitively. And the thing about AI and about robots in general is you teach them once, they learn forever, and they just carry on doing what they're doing. Okay, so before I went off on that, we said 3 presets. So I'm going to show you those presets now. I'm going to get the software, which is here. Now, you may think it's quite possible that if you're just glancing at the screen that I'm actually sat up against a brick wall. I'm now going to show you my office. I'm using a piece of software to actually control the Brio camera. And the software is called Logitech Capture. Okay, you go to logitech.com, you can type in Logitech Capture, or you can type in the model of your Logitech camera, download the software, and you've got control of the camera, just like this. If I zoom out twice and go to 90 degrees, yeah, I think I've got it. Okay. This is my office. This is what I normally look like. If you were still in front of me, this is exactly what you would see. You've got the books over there. You've got the Samsung Galaxy all-in-one PC over there. You've got the photography backdrop. You've got the green screen. And if I just take the camera, the webcam out of the box and plugged it in, these are the camera's default settings. If you want to change these, you need the software. And if it's a Logitech camera, you need Logitech Capture. Download the software, and then very quickly, you can go like this once, twice, 78 degrees, and I am now appearing on camera as I want to. Okay, this is the way I want to appear. So you're not seeing all the mess in my office. And this is particularly true. Particularly true if you're on a Zoom call. Yeah. And you don't want people to see the mess in your office. You can zoom in and you can set things up exactly as you want them using Logitech Capture. Just to go with the Brio again, February 1st, February 7th, 2017 it's released. It is capable of 4K, 1080 and 720. It's versatile mounting. It can either go on a monitor or it can go on a tripod, and it's got the 3 fields of view. Okay, but the software, just to reiterate, Logitech Capture, down on the logitech.com site, and then you can change everything. I'm going to show you the software so you can see how easy it is to actually operate. So I'm just going to, finally for this section, I'm just going to share my screen. So give me a minute. Not going far. I want to share a window. I'm going to bring the software on screen. Yep, I've got it, captured it, and I'm going to go full screen and go here. Okay, so this is the software. This is Logitech Capture. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself next to, I'm going to take full screen off. Okay, so I've got full screen off. I'm going to switch that camera off. I'm going to switch that camera off. Just wait a minute. I'm counting down here. I'm going to hide that. Okay, so we've just got me and we've got the camera, we've got the software next to me. So what I'm going to do now with the software is I'm going to zoom out again. Okay, so this is me. That's the software. That's the software. So let's go side by side and I'll just show you a couple of things whilst I take my logo off so you can actually see the full software rather than just part of it. Just give me a second. I'm going to go to logos, switch the logo off and apply. Okay, so this is me. Next to me is the software. As you've seen, I can zoom in and out. I can go to the left. Just a minute, get there in a second. I can go to the left. I can go to the right. I can go down. I can go up. Okay, not too far. I can change the brightness. I can go too bright or I can go too dark. The default setting is 50. So if I come back to 50, I should be back to where I began. Okay. Auto white balance, depending on the time of day, can help. Okay, now I've gone a richer color then because I've turned it off. Turn it back on and it will balance the colors. I can change the color intensity. I can go bright red or I can go nearly to monochrome or sepia. And then I go back to 50 degrees, 50%, and I'm back. Autofocus, that doesn't look right, does it? Let's switch that off again. You've got to experiment with these things. Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is you've got a button there which says restore defaults. If you make a mistake, you can just restore the defaults. Yeah. And it will take it back to its factory settings and then you can take it from there. Okay. So don't be afraid of experimenting. You can always press restore defaults. Autofocus. If I go here, then autofocus means that the focus isn't on me. It's actually on the remote control. And you can see it clearly. That's autofocus down here. If I switch that off, then we both go back to the original. Autofocus to show objects on screen. That's about it with the software. As you can see, bottom right hand corner, this is actually controlling a Brio. It can control, if I go down here, I've only got one Logitech camera connected at the moment, but you can control all your Logitech cameras from this software. all your Logitech cameras can be controlled from one place. And this is the Logitech Brio. And we have been looking at the fact that you can have versatile mounting options. So it can go on your monitor, on your PC or Mac. It is 4K 1080 and 720p. It was released on Feb 7th, 2017. The software I've been showing you, that the software side of me is called Logitech Capture. If you don't get the software, then you will be left with the default settings, which means that I look like this. Okay, and as soon as I use the software, I can come back up 1 button, 2 buttons, 3 buttons, and I'm now on screen as I want to be. You're in control. Whatever make of camera you get, okay, you want noise reduction. Yeah. You want the ability to zoom in and out. Yeah. I'm going to put a checklist together of everything you need from a camera. But this is, if I go up here, I zoom up here, this is the Logitech 4K webcam you've been watching. And I got it about 2 years ago. I had no problems with it, and it was working ever so well. I need a bit of help though. Alexa, who are Logitech?
Logitech International SA is a Swiss-American multinational manufacturer of computer peripherals and software, with headquarters in Lausanne, Switzerland, and Newark, California.
Alexa, stop.
The company.
So Logitech are actually based in Newark in California. That was my Alexa Dot, which is my Echo Dot, which is down in the carousel. It is useful for getting knowledge like that. But if you're looking for a 4K webcam, then so far today we've looked at, I'm going to take myself off solo. I'm going to switch the other webcams on, and I'm going to stop screen share. Okay, and I'm going to put this on screen so that I'm balanced. Okay, so we've actually looked at the HubSpot. We've looked at the Brio. And now we're going to look at the Nexigo. Now, the Nexigo, I'm using 3 cameras, 1 microphone. That's how this is working. The Nexigo is, well,